You get a nice sweetness coming out. You really get a nice play of the raspberry. What's going on, everybody? Rod J back in the house. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. Time to take a look at another beer, and today is going to be a look at this one from Southern Tier. It is the White Chocolate Raspberry. It is a Imperial White Milk Stout, part of the Blackwater series from Southern Tier out of New York. And so this one actually comes in with an ABV of 10%. Now on the label, they tell you the color pink, the mouthfeel smooth, the bitterness low to moderate. So this is actually one I've had a couple of. I've actually done a partial review or so when I was grilling steaks a couple weeks back. You may have seen that over on the food channel. I was going to do it, just cut it out and put it here on the beer channel, but then I said, no, I'll just go ahead and do a separate review to kind of get into more of the beer by itself. So that's what I'm going to actually do here. It does say made with lactose sugar as well, but the Blackwater series, usually a nice series from Southern Tier. From having it before, I can tell you that it does have a nice feel on this one as well. Let's go ahead and get this baby into a glass, and then we'll talk about it here for a little bit and give you the look at the beer if you didn't see it previously. So it's got like a little bit of a fizz to it. You get like the color you think, it says pink, but I would say more like a blush or rosé type feel to it. The head dissipates rather quickly. Went from about 1.5 down to about 3/4 of a finger now, and it is breaking down rather easily. You get the good clarity with the Southern Tier beers. They actually put everything to filter before they put the bottle for just about all their beers. I don't think I've ever had anything unfiltered from them now that I think about it. So you have that there, so you can look inside the beer. You can see a little bit when you get a light behind it of carbonation taking place, but it does have a little bit of a darker type shade of the pink, so to speak. Go ahead and get the rest into the glass here. Now for this, I'm actually using a tulip glass. For a beer at this ABV, a lot of times snifter is recommended, but a tulip glass can actually do just as fine as well. You get a nice sweetness coming out. You really get a nice play of the raspberry. One thing I would relate this to is if you think of cherry 7-Up, if there was a raspberry 7-Up, this would kind of be right there. I mean, you get that kind of soda type feel from it. All of that fruitiness up front of the nose. A little bit of chocolate behind it. If you had like a candy where it was like chocolate covered raspberries, you're kind of looking at maybe something like that with this one. I will say it has a little bit of that medicine-y type feel. Again, it's just how I detect on some of the fruits here. Not saying in a bad type way, but when I get some of these, a lot of times it makes me think of cough syrup or medicine along those lines. Someone that actually relayed baby aspirin is another type of feel you almost can get with it too. Take nothing away from the taste. It's just what pops in my head when I actually smell the beer. Taste wise, chocolate covered raspberry come to mind. You get that raspberry in play, of course. You have that lactose milk sugar in there, so you got a little bit of a smoother type beer that you're actually putting down. Makes it really nice on the back end on the finish. It has that little bit of carbonation type feel in the beer itself, even though it's kind of smoothed out with the lactose milk sugar and everything along those lines. You still get that kind of, like I said, raspberry type 7-Up that would come through, or some type of raspberry sparkling type soda. That's what I kind of get there in the taste as well. Carbonation makes a nice prickling on the tongue. You can definitely feel that there. Not getting as much hanging out in the cheeks, not much of a stickiness type thing in the beer itself in the mouth, but you are left with a good duration after the swallow. You do have that raspberry type feel around, a little bit of that sweet candy type feel, and overall it is as described. It's definitely more of a dessert type beer, and it performs that way. So if you kind of got like that sweet tooth as it comes to maybe beers like you do with candy, this might be something up your alley. You think of something like some of the cordial type candies, that is what comes to mind when I think about this one as I actually enjoy it. Body wise, you're looking at it being a medium to full body, but really more, I would say halfway between that. Doesn't really feel overly heavy. The alcohol is well hidden in it, so if you do get a 4-pack of these, 10% ABV will sneak up on you, so make sure you're aware of that too. But again, from the Blackwater series of Southern Tier, it is the white chocolate raspberry, the Imperial white milk stout. Not bad. Definitely a dessert type play. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. If you've had this one, let me know what you thought of it by leaving me a comment in the comment section. If there's other beers you want me to try to check out, always feel free to let me know as well. That being said, I look forward to catching up with you guys soon. Keep drinking those good craft beers, and remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers, everybody.